Hello everyone, today we're going to be playing Corpse Party. Let's get right into it. I just realized that, this, blessed shoes. If it's blessed, maybe, wasn't there the bathroom that was, like, cursed or something, that, like, had a protection order? Maybe we can go past it now? Where was that, though? Where was the girls' bathroom? Oh, here it is. No idea why it's on a totally different floor. Hello? The crystal of unsealing shattered. Oh, okay. I didn't even have to do anything. I just did it. The protective charms attached to the door have completely vanished. It's now opening with no difficulty whatsoever. Seems usable now. Will you be alright by yourself? Uh-huh. I'll be okay. Get to it then. I'll be waiting right here for you. Thanks. Is it really you? Kurosaki, you're alive! You too! Man, are you a sight for sore eyes? Finally, someone else who wasn't godforsaken place that this is. I was at my wit's end just now, let me tell you. Outside of the school, there's nothing but trees, but as far as the eye can see. I thought about braving the wilderness, but it seems like one of those forests of the lost you see in video games. Once you enter, you can never leave. So what is this place anyway? Man, there are actual honest-to-goodness ghosts in here, you know? I think we may be stuck here for good. There's no way out for any of us. Did you see? Mitsuki in the next room. She's... Yeah, I saw. I just don't know how to handle this. I feel like there's a certain number of bodies a person's expected to see within his lifetime. And I swear, in the last hour alone, I think I've far surpassed my quota. Just yesterday, Mitsuki dumped her boyfriend after finding out he was cheating on her with 3 other women. She's been really down about it all morning, so I sent her stupid text messages during class to cheer her up. She seemed mad about it during study hall, but then she sent me a thank you message the very next period. I think I was actually able to lift her spirits a little. Now though, she's gone. By actual spirits. I guess it was those children. What? Huh? What are you doing? Within these walls, it doesn't matter if you're them or by me. Either way, you're... Huh? Where? What the? What happened? Where am I? Where am I? Was I knocked out? Is that another heater? Yuka, are you there? Staff room? Oh, aren't those long? Photograph of Principal Takamine Yaniki Hori. There's a plaque inside the case commemorating the school's establishment. It's covered in handprints as if someone were frantically caressing it. Ew. It's haphazardly crammed to bursting with crumpled up documents, newspaper clippings, and scrap paper. School scandals continue. Principal questions on liability. A cursed school? The many grisly happenings at Heavenly Host. School nurse reported inventory of incoming students. Ojima Elementary, 21 boys. Hinamoto Elementary, 10 girls. Caring Village Montessori, 13 boys. Oshu West Elementary, 18 girls. Amore Gardens Academy, 6 girls. The remains of a female student are sprawled out on the ground here. Her student ID name tag is still pinned on her chest pocket. Misada Municipal Brotherhood Senior High School Class 2-4, Pain Hajiwara. Oh God. Victim's memoirs. No, I meant to not read it. Looks like I'll be soon, so I'm going to try to keep my fingers steady just this one last time. The never stopped, and I'm getting colder and colder. I can barely see. In the end, we never did find one another here, and unless you magically pop out of shadows real soon, we never will. Mitsuharu, I've always idolized you. You constantly surpassed me in every way, always one step ahead, no matter what we were doing. I kept telling myself that at some point I'd turn a corner and you'd be there. But I knew better. My brain knew better. My brain rejected that notion from the beginning. If I should dream in though, then I know I'm going to see you when I turn to this next corner, like I've been praying for all this time. We can beat up on each other like we used to, and I'll never have to be alone again. Oh God, my head. Ugh. A wave of nauseous and unbearable despair suddenly washed over Satoshi's entire body. The next thing he knew, he was standing in the corner of an extremely narrow red room. His movements weren't his own. It was as if his mind were disconnected from his body with the perception of surface or gravity or motion. After a sudden dip jarred his senses, he realized he was moving purely on nerve impulses with no direction or control. Perhaps he'd been taken in by the curse, by the wave of negativity that permitted this space far beyond the spectrum of human understanding. His shell of a body might as well have been a twig skipped across the ground in a windstorm. Without warning, his very sense of self had been completely destroyed, leaving him in a virtually lobotomized state. It seems the remains of a man's tormented soul are indeed a thing best left untouched. For this dying message and the curse it carried certainly had no trouble at all dismantling the essence of what was once a boy named Satoshi. Game over. Chapter 3, wrong end 3 of 4. Matt did not save for I don't know how long, so I will be back. Oh God. Okay, I didn't actually have to do much. I just had to see the bathroom scene again. Heavenly Host Elementary School closure date, 1975, 11/18. I can't touch this fire thing? Oh, shiny. There's a stained cassette on the floor. It seems to be from a digital video camera. Pick it up? Yes. The core mini DV tape. The label reads Kibiki Research Data 1-2005 11/19. Kibiki? Strange but true stories of the occult chasing down the hidden past of the cursed school building. It really exists? By Kao Kibiki. Give it a look? Why not? Am I gonna do it? We'll see. Over the course of several days, a series of incidents occurred within this town in which young children disappeared one after another. Their whereabouts were ultimately discovered through a thorough police investigation, but said that findings were very much a worst-case scenario. 3 of the children were found in a concealed room beneath Heavenly Host Elementary, officially unused throughout the school's history. The 4th child was thankfully still alive, quaking in fear on the ground, presumably only moments away from demise when police arrived. Caping off this nightmarish scene was an adult male member of the school's teaching staff who seemed to be in a state of confusion. In his hands were a pair of scissors, 1973, 9/18. The surviving elementary school student, after psychological counseling, gave official testimony fingering the scissor man as abductor and the staff member in question was officially charged with multiple counts of and from minors as well as of the dead. He was quickly taken to trial where an insanity plea spared him from prison or but resulted in his compulsory admittance to a mental hospital. Interestingly, the perpetrator of these crimes were none other than the school principal's own son, who was widely renowned for his jovial personality. However, due to a mental ailment of unknown origin, he'd begun losing his ability to speak little by little during his years teaching at Heavenly Host. Once his speech was all but gone, he began searching for alternate places of employment, which occupied him for several months prior to the crime. The results of this endeavor were not favorable, however, and most of his days were spent staggering idly through the streets. His reputation quickly degraded. Several months after his admitted to mental hospital, he managed to slip past the many nurses on duty and escape the premises. Immediately upon doing so, he made his way into the concealed basement room at Heavenly Host Elementary, where he took the 3 children he had were all Heavenly Host Elementary students. But the one girl who was rescued from the gaping maw of eternal slumber was not. Following her close call, she and her family moved to another prefecture, far from the memories that no doubt would have otherwise haunted them forever. Sadly, this was only the beginning of the misfortune that would hereafter plague the school, which had already earned itself many an unsettling rumor. Over the next few years, Heavenly Host would become a stage for countless incidents of O. With student registration and attendance dwindling at an alarming rate in response to these crimes, the school was eventually shut down. 1975, 11/18. The 60-year-old principal at the time had become famous as an eccentric who adorned his walls, doors, and furniture with incomprehensible scrawls. Even later, forensic analysis of the writings throughout his office could make little sense of his haphazardly scribbled enumerations. And the day after the school's closure date was finalized, this aged eccentric threw himself from its roof. He broke his neck on impact instantly. As you can clearly discern, the sordid history of this school is indeed awful, but there may be more to it than merely a series of unfortunate incidents. Power greater than any of us can comprehend may be acting as puppeteer from the shadows, maintaining an actual tangible curse upon this property. And the key to it all lies with the sole survivor, the girl who bore witness to the brutal sins of 3 children no older than she. The girl in the red dress, the one who got away. My investigation into the supernatural side of this horrific is only just beginning. Rest assured, I intend to make this a regular feature. I've begun gathering data for a follow-up report, so stay tuned. The next issue promises to uncover more details in this morbidly fascinating story. According to this article, 1 girl survived, but if this photograph is accurate, then it's the same girl in the red dress we saw earlier. Why would someone who wasn't here be haunting the school? Are you sure she's haunting it? Heavenly Host Bulletin. An individual unaffiliated with the school broke into the building last night and himself. This is the 3rd such incident. The deceased was a 72-year-old single male from a neighboring prefecture. Man, looks like I'm locked in. Hello? To worry so much for another's well-being that it torments you to the core. It's the exquisite stigmata that afflicts the living and the like. Can I help you? And you are? Ugh, her eyes are so cloudy. She looks like a dead fish. You said that before! I'm the spirit of a girl who here. Okay. I'm really not sure how to respond to that. Happiness and unhappiness are linked. Whenever one attempts to gain good fortune with little effort, there is always a risk. What are you trying to say? You and your friends have become trapped in this school because you performed the Sachiko Ever After charm and messed it up. Sachiko? You mean the paper doll thing we all did? How do we mess it up? One of you chanted the phrase too many times or too few. The number of participants determines the number of repetitions that must be spoken. And somebody goofed. You said it exactly 9 times, right? Sachiko, we beg of you 9 times. You have to say it 1 time for every person present. No more, no less, or the charm will fail. I'm pretty sure it wasn't me. I remember saying it 9 times. So did someone else mess up? And is that why? No, I'm not going to start placing blame. This wasn't anyone's fault. It may have been on purpose. One of your friends probably thought the whole thing was silly and just didn't even bother to count. Or maybe a misguided member of your group didn't want the fun to end and knowingly flubbed the charm in a vain attempt at prompting a do-over. No. Even if it wasn't on purpose, some of your friends have a tendency not to take things very seriously, no? It's not inconceivable that they'd mess up and just say, oh well, it's not like I'll ever be found out, without even realizing that their actions would ultimately doom you all. No one's owned up to it, right? Not a single one of your friends has said to you, I messed up, I'm so very sorry. Quit already! My apologies. I've proposed far too many likely scenarios, it seems. Perhaps it's the nature of my job. I have long since abandoned my writings, after all. You do still have your scrap of paper doll now. Be sure you hang on to that, and hang on tight. Treat it like a memento. A memento of those who are dear to you. Sorry to cut this short, but I'm in a bit of a hurry here. I seem to have gotten separated from my little sister, and there are still some other people I need to find too. Such concern for your friends, and all the impulses that go with it. Spurring the heart into action. It's a truly noble sentiment. That's all charms really are, you know. They represent one's regards for other people. They're like microsms of the soul. Whether it be love or hate, all you need is a truly strong emotion to set them off. The stronger it is, the more powerful the charm. Splendid man's hook. I'm burning up. Wait, hold on. What are you? Frigid what ball? It feels like my body's on fire. Stop this. Please stop. Ball frigid. We will not allow anyone to stand in our way. Those who do will suffer without mercy. Now go. Go to that one who occupies your thoughts. So you probably won't make it in time. Continued in chapter 4. Well, that's all for right now. Hope you enjoyed.